And
Sorry,
then I
Cheru.
change history.
Sorry, Cheru, but you're not number 1. You're 1.12345. Yo, what? 45 years of dedication, though, which I assume also includes massive advancements in the field, mind you.
He literally creates clones. Perfect functioning clones in 45 years.
Yeah.
And perfect AI. And what is essentially, like, one of the best options for robots slash cyborgs slash androids.
He creates robotic arms, too, by the way. Not even getting on, like, started on the topic of he had a robotic eye, and no one ever said anything.
Yeah. Closer to 25 years, Kyle grew up naturally. Exactly. Like, that's even more ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
Billions of people are already dying.
Only you and Phi can save them.
What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
Just save a few billion lives, forehead.
Yeah.
So, what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Bro, Matt, I can DM you the answer after this. Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When Phi and I jump to point A, what are we going to do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know.
What?
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Oh, crap. Then we're screwed.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds.
I can't believe he's a speed demon.
We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait. How do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point, a woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
Yeah, there's...
Yep. That's the short answer. My arms and my right eye?
Oh!
What the hell?
Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building.
And I wonder what that is. What was that?
Go have a look.
I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly towards the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed.
Crabs, the collective 18 together are that strong. Each one is a 10th or is an 18th of that. Finger guns.
We did it!
End or beginning? And I'm not done yet. Going back another time. All the way to the bottom, baby.
Forgot about all of this.
This part is non-canon, to be fair. Technically never confirmed to actually be in universe.
But am I? Oh no, I'm fine.
Where?
I don't have to read.
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Kyle.
Ah, so this is what I was remembering. Okay.
Ah, yes. Of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
I lurched upright, jumped off the bed, and ran around to the other side of the partition. The mirror over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped it off with my sleeve, and my reflection stared back at me. There was no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Climb. So, I'm Dr. Climb? Zero Senior's clone?
What? How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
An excellent question. One I didn't quite know the answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Climb was. In another history, he had been called K and had worn a suit of armor. He hadn't just worn the armor in that history, though. Apparently, he had worn it all of his life. Kyle had been born and raised in this lunar installation, which seemed to be called Rhizone 9. Rather late in his life, Akane had appeared as a mother figure, and he had consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him. But even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. Was I really Kyle Climb? Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. The spitting image of Sigma Climb was in his younger days. I looked down. There was Dio, still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
Forgot about that.
January 27th, 2074.
Today is the last day of the AB project. Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long have I been asleep?
About 5 hours in real time. For them, it would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
No, they've all been given the antiviral. It just takes a while to have an effect.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes,
Why am I here?
the doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the Doctor is Sigma Climb, as inhabited by his age-appropriate consciousness.
Yes, but how do you know that?
Dio seems to have remained unconscious.
Yes. I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
They just keep drugging him.
Yeah.
What about the others?
They've all gone off to different areas. Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.
Oh, right! Mr. Klein!
So the sleepyhead's finally up, huh?
What are you two doing here?
You don't know where we are?
This is the upper floor of the pressure exchange chamber. The real one.
Mm-hmm.
We were just about to get dressed and head out.
You plan to return then? To Earth, I mean.
Yeah.
Sigma told us where we could find the shuttle that brought us here. Well, guess he's not really the Sigma I knew anymore. He's Dr. Climb now, or Zero Senior, depending on how you look at it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I'm just curious why you would choose to return to a devastated planet when you could stay here.
How's staying here gonna help? You aren't gonna say something idiotic about how we should wait here until Sigma changes the past, are you? You can't wait for something that's already happened. Grammar doesn't work that way. Hell, nature doesn't work that way. You following me? We've already lived through history. Sigma failed to keep the virus from getting out. About 45 years ago, Radical 6 created a pandemic, and the antimatter reactors blew up. That all happened. Whatever Sigma does in the past, history's not going to change. In fact, it's because of what he did or didn't do in the past that we've got this past and present. Let me give you an example. Imagine a group of 100 motorcycles driving down an endless freeway. Eventually, they hit a junction. The road splits in two. One freeway continues off northwest, and the other stretches out to the northeast. So one guy, we'll call him S, pipes up. "Let's go northwest," he says. So they take the northwestern road. But about a mile past the intersection, something horrible happens. A semi driving the other way veers into their lane and plows through the bikers. 90 of them die. The surviving 10 are wounded, but survive. They don't stop, though. They keep riding down that highway, and eventually they'd gone 10,000 miles. Then suddenly, something happens that they couldn't have predicted. S, who had survived, suddenly has his consciousness thrown back in time. He ends up back in his own body just before they reach the junction. He remembers everything. So what does S do? What anybody would do. Let's go northeast. That means all 100 of the bikers survive to reach their destination, happy and healthy. And they all live happily ever after. That's what you're thinking, right? It's a great outcome for the 100 bikers that went northeast. But what about the 10 that went northwest and survived the accident?
Huh? Wouldn't it be 9 people? I mean, S's mind went back in time, right?
Right. Okay, 9 people then. What happens to the reality they were living? Does it just disappear when S changes the past? It's not as if it was only bad things that happened during that 10,000-mile trip. Maybe one of them fell in love with a woman working at a gas station they stopped at and had a child. Maybe one of them picked up a homeless kid who joined them on their adventure. That 10,000-mile journey would be full of stories. Friendships, farewells, romances. The loss of those 90 lives is horrible and unfortunate. But what would rewriting their history mean? The 9 who survived lived full lives. How can it be right to just erase all that? The survivors overcame their own misery and loss and made the best they could of the hand they'd been dealt. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the best thing that humans can aspire to? Is there really any point to a world where everything is happy? Are people who struggle for a better life just idiots? Being human is about fighting even when it seems hopeless, and finding happiness even in a world that hates it. Are you saying that's worthless? If you're saying rewriting the past will erase all these other timelines, then whatever God wrote those rules can Look, I'm just not going to accept that, all right?
You can say it. It's okay. This is a safe space.
You can say the fuck word.
Yeah.
You get it?
If Sigma changes the past, then you and Quark will never meet.
Is he right?
No, it's not going to happen. We're here right now. This is reality. Even if Sigma does change the past, we're not just going to disappear or something.
Oh! Then that means we get to stay together? Good.
Thanks, kid.
I understand how you feel. Why you want to return to Earth is clear. You have lives there, I imagine. There are likely people waiting for you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Have you already said goodbye to the others?
Bye, Luna, Alice, and Clover all saw us off. We told them we'd see them again someday, and then came here.
They were the only people you want to say goodbye to?
Well, no point saying anything to Dio.
Besides, he's asleep. You were asleep too.
Sorry, but we didn't really know much about you.
You have a point. Akane was in the armor in this timeline, after all. What about Sigma?
Well, he's not really Mr. Sigma anymore.
Of course. He is Dr. Klein now that his consciousness has returned.
Yeah, but more importantly, he's the guy who brought us all here. Not a lot of warm feelings there, you know?
And Akane?
Never mind her. She's just like him. Not the Akane I knew. She must have seen some pretty awful things over the years. Hell, she might not even be human anymore. But the Akane Kurashiki I know isn't here. She's not anywhere.
In the end, Clover and I were just pawns. Pawns to be used and then gotten rid of. Still, it's not like we were completely resentful. We had to be here to help change the past. That part's easy to understand. But
Kinda sucks, though. Sigma and Vi have it easy. They get to go back to December 25th in 2028.
I don't have it easy. I mean, I'm not a fan of their whole plan, per se, but like, dude, I don't know if I want to work my butt off for 45 years just to like loop forever almost.
They'll stop the Radical Six and save the world, and then they'll have a nice, normal future to look forward to. In other words, they get to go back to Point E and just enjoy history like it was supposed to happen.
But we don't. We're stuck with Point C as our starting point.
You told us about Tenmyoji's story, right? The one with the motorcycles? It would be like if Alice and I were kidnapped right before the intersection. Then whoever grabbed us takes us to wherever the bikers are going, 10,000 miles to the northwest.
Don't get us wrong. We know why we had to be here. Without us, S's consciousness wouldn't have been able to go back to right before the intersection.
If that couldn't happen, then the fate of those 90 dead bikers would be sealed. But
It's still not the best situation for those of us left in the Northwest. We're stuck in the reality where the 90 bikers died.
are we just supposed to go live on Earth? It's a wasteland now.
I'm not really looking forward to that.
And what about our friends and families? We left a whole world behind 45 years ago.
Miss Snake.
Even if it is for the greater good?
It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
Yeah, it's a little bit much.
So we went and talked to the old lady.
She told us that there is one way.
One way we could get back to the past.
Let's say you do go back to the past. Wouldn't that cause your minds to get thrown back here? That seemed to be how Sigma and Phi's jumps worked, at least.
Yes, you're right.
But this is different.
Different. How so?
From what she said, it sounds like there's a way we can send our bodies back in time, too.
Uh-huh.
That's ridiculous. It would create a paradox. How could you have two Clovers and two Alices at the same time?
But that wouldn't happen.
Akane says there's a way around that.
How on earth does she plan to do that?
Schrodinger's?
Cat.
Yay.
Oh, hey, Kyle. Figured you'd come here eventually.
Where's Dr. Klein?
What? Don't worry about it.
Luna said you were with him.
He said he was tired, so he's off resting right now. There's a bedroom at the end of the hallway. He's in there if you're curious. Oh, right. He told me to turn on this hologram projector thing when you showed up. Want me to start it?
Sure.
Glad to see you. There isn't anything in particular that I have to tell you. However, I imagine there are a great number of things weighing on your mind. I'd love to answer all your questions, but unfortunately, my circumstances make that an impossibility. I hope you can forgive me. Everything I know, Phi should also know. I have instructed her to answer any questions anyone might have. Anyone other than Kyle, that is.
Aww.
What does he mean, other than Kyle?
Who knows? Is there anything you want to ask?
Right, well, I guess I may as well cut to the chase. Just who are you, Phi?
I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or a merman or a wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or common or ramen. I'm not a Cayman either, so you really don't need to worry about anything.
Please don't dodge the question. About 5 hours ago, Akane attacked you with a knife. That triggered something which sent your mind back to the past, correct? Specifically, you were sent to Point D, April 13th, 2029. On that date, your body was already in Akane's custody. Although by then you were in cold sleep, you wouldn't have regained consciousness, but your mind was now inhabiting that body. That pod was your home for 45 years. You slept there, frozen, until the time was right. Then on January 25th, 2074, you were finally thawed out, even though you didn't wake up. Still unconscious, you were carried to the AB room. That was when your consciousness changed bodies again. A version of you from December 25th, 2028 arrived, pushing you out, and sending you back to December 25th, 2028. This is when you finally woke up. In 2028, you found and joined forces with Sigma, whose older mind was inhabiting his younger body. Together, you attempted to infiltrate the Mars mission test facility. Unfortunately, your plan failed. The Radical Six did escape on New Year's Eve. That failure determined the path you followed. Instead of going along the line that branches out to the right from Point E, you headed straight to Point D. Point D being April 13th of the following year. That was the day that you made your way to Akane's hideout and asked to be put into one of the treatment pods. Another consciousness enters your body around that time from the future. It is, of course, the version of you that left your body when Akane attacked you in the garden. This caused the two versions of you to swap places, and you moved 45 years into the future, where you woke up on the garden floor. That put you on the line that comes here. So if we discount the time you spent in cold sleep, for you, only 3.5 months have passed since that happened. That being when you were sent back into the past from the garden. Have I missed anything?
No, everything you talked about you got right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm kind of an unknown variable in this equation. You could think of me as a kind of X factor. It's taken me the last 3.5 months to understand it.
And I haven't understood anything in the last 3.5 seconds. Could you please explain?
It's kind of like the relationship between classical mechanics and modern physics.
Oh boy, here we go.
Strictly speaking, you can't combine velocities with v1 plus v2. v1 plus v2 divided by 1 plus v1 times v2 over c squared is the actual equation. Of course, the sort of velocities we encounter in day-to-day life don't come close to being c squared, which is the speed of light squared.
This will be on the test, by the way.
That means that 1 plus v1 times v2 divided by c squared is usually going to evaluate to something pretty close to 1.
Look, I said, oh boy, here we go, for a very specific reason.
The fucking sun is out in full force. Oh god. I'm now being math preached at me, really, Phi? Okay. Ugh.
Since that would mean dividing by 1, it's usually okay to just skip that step and use v1 plus v2. You see what I'm saying?
No.
In most situations, it works, even if it isn't technically correct.
Shit, where's my calculator? She said it so fast that it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So you knew enough to get the stuff you were talking about, right? As long as you stick to that, you won't run into any problems.
I don't quite understand. In fact, I feel like you're dodging my questions.
So was that what you wanted to ask about?
No. What I really want to know is what happened between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028. You and Sigma infiltrated the Mars mission test site, didn't you?
Is that it? Oh, no.
Yes.
What happened there? How did Sigma lose his eye and both his arms? And why was Radical 6 in there in the first place? What could a deadly virus have to do with the simulated mission to space?
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
I love Kyle's voice, not gonna lie.
Why?
Because it would change history. There is a history where the virus didn't escape. That's the line that goes to the right of point E. In that timeline, humanity isn't heading for annihilation, and Earth isn't red. The future is much brighter. But if I tell you what you're asking me right now, then that reality will disappear.
Oh, it's Troy Baker? I love Troy Baker. Okay. That fits the bill. No? Yes? No?
You understand?
It's a mix? Oh! Travis Willingham, I think, is... Hey. Right?
I don't have the brain capacity to Google it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Travis is K. This is Troy.
I don't. Why would all of that disappear if you told me what I want to know?
You're about to go back to the past, right?
The past? Don't be silly. I can't do that.
Then where the hell did you learn all this stuff? I just listened to you tell me a bunch of things you shouldn't have known about. You were sleeping in the pod in the garden. You just woke up. So how can you know all this? You know my past. Sigma's past.
I shall give you your answer. You are not Kyle Climb. Your body is Kyle's, but your consciousness is not. Think about it. Do you really believe you're Kyle? Or could you be someone else entirely?
Then, where is the real Kyle's consciousness?
He was thrown out when you entered. Right now, in a manner of speaking. He has arrived at December 25th, 2028. His consciousness has gone into a body from that time. I doubt you know how much the doctor loves Kyle. He raised him on his own. Kyle is irreplaceable. Do you really think he would go back to the past and leave Kyle behind here? I know what I told the others. That Kyle was Dr. Climb's spare. But that was not his only purpose. Kyle's consciousness is integral to what we are trying to accomplish. This new mission begins on Christmas and ends on New Year's Eve 2028. Its purpose will be to infiltrate the test facility and prevent the spread of the virus. For this to happen, Kyle is absolutely necessary.
And that is why he created him?
Blackfoot Ferret feels he knows enough to know he doesn't know anything. You're good, you're good.
Yes.
So now that my consciousness has entered his body, the doctor has achieved his objective. Kyle has gone back to 2028 to participate in his mission.
Correct.
There's one thing that troubles me. Kyle was created before reaching point B from point D. That means his body did not exist on Christmas in 2028. Does that mean he has entered my body? Have we just switched places?
I suppose you could put it that way, yes.
That's ridiculous. What's going to happen to me? You telling me I have to spend the rest of my life here in this box, living in a borrowed body?
No, not at all. You can travel freely through time and space. You are an uncontrolled variable that entered our closed system. As such, the rules of this world do not apply to you.
I have no idea what...
Please don't try to play dumb. I know what you are. Surely you must know by now, too. You are about to go into the past and save the world. Phi and Sigma, even with all of his future knowledge, will need your help. Only you can right the horrible wrongs of our past. Only you can save the world.
There's no way I...
Yes, there is. You have to. Don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to know what happened in between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028?
Well, yes, I do, but...
Then you must believe. Reality is shaped by what we believe reality should be. If observation can change the motion of a particle...
I am once again asking you to stop the apocalypse.
Then how is it odd to think that human thought can shape reality?
Third game on hiatus, guys. I will refrain from saying next year because I see y'all itching for it. We just have something else planned for Tuesday in a couple of weeks, so.
Your will can change history. The world will be reshaped into the one you imagine. Remember what I've told you. Only you can change history. Only you can save the world.
Only you. Vent forest fires.
No, he's the trucker. That's right.
There is a third game, yes.
So, technically, that whole last bit with Kyle, air quotes, isn't in-universe. It's kind of its own separate thing. It's never referenced. And not really real, I guess, air quotes. It's just the characters talking to us because they're just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why were you like this?
Oh yeah, that's
We did
her
it.
ending.
We did it.
Look, you guys.
It's all done. I also want to point out that when we jumped all the way back and started talking to young Akane, it wasn't models or anything. It was like the old hand-drawn art.
I know, I liked it.
like
it was like, yo, bring me back to that shit. I love that. That's what I liked in the game.
Yeah. 12 hours, 45 minutes. Oh, we did it again.
I actually was going to cut it 100% in half. But I saw a couple of people in chat be like, oh, you're not finishing it tonight. You know what? Then I said, fuck you.
Because when we got to, if you scroll up just a little bit, the bad end all the way on the right.
Go on, go. It's struggling, man.
If we got to the bad end all the way on the right after we did Luna's ending, we could have cut it there and it would have been like perfectly in half. It would have been like really well timed because that's when the break happened.
Yeah.
And then we both came back.
Yeah.
We were good for it.
Yeah.
And also, yes, it's tomorrow when I wake up. So we did it.
Considering the stream started yesterday, yes.
What would have happened in the last inning if you picked ally first? There probably would have been some text about, wow, Fi fucking betrayed us or something, and then we hop back. We get locked out, we hop back, pick betray, she picks ally, and then we're like, wait, no, that's fucking wrong. Okay, let's go back and do it again. And then we already know what happens, and it's like, wait, no, that's rude. And then she gives us the whole rundown of I made my choice a minute before yours. So whenever you pick a thing, I've already picked the opposite. So we get that whole shtick again.
Yep.
There's probably just a couple different lines of text that pop up.
If you watch us do AI the Somnium Files, they also do it in that game where they lock it. They're like, yeah, no, you can't go past this until you go back. So.
Yep. Because that changed the other timeline because Fi remembered us betraying her. Yes.
Yes.
But if we would have allied first, then we would have been betrayed by Fi first. So we would have jumped over, being like, maybe we have to fucking betray Fi because she's being a bitch. And then she'd have picked ally, and we're like, wait, shit, no, that was wrong. And it doesn't technically matter because there's no third option there, but there's just different text that probably pops up for a couple of those. And then the game plays out normally.
Yep. All I can think right now is poor Papusa. He left at like 7 hours. I was like, yo, go to the 7-hour mark. And now I'm looking at him like, you have like 6 hours, 7 hours to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We fucking did it, lads.
It's kind of railroady. Yeah, well, for
it's the
stuff
end of a
like
visual
this,
novel.
Yeah, they need to though, because that's just they have to like gatekeep a bunch of the spoiler shit. Plus, it's fun when you learn all that stuff.
The fucking the entire last section there is just bomb after bomb, and I'm like, it's Junpei. They finally said his name.
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know that you're actually in the second game and that you're old as fuck? Did you know?
You would like to point out that he looked like Marty McFly in the first game, and now he looks like Doc Brown.
Yeah. Part of me was upset by that. I was like, he was so cute in the first one, and now he's not.
I fucking loved his hoodie.
Yeah, his outfit was amazing. I loved his outfit in the first one. Part of the reason why I like the first game a lot. Their outfits are
Yeah, they all look really comfy and really like reasonable.
Yeah, he adopted a kid. Doesn't really do much. He is a scrapper. He fixes stuff and yada yada yada. He takes care of a kid that needed him. And
he's
the only thing that sucks for him is that for his whole life he was searching for Akane. Yep.
Literally his entire life since the end of I think it gets touched on lightly in the third game. Literally when the Jeep leaves the Nevada test site.
Yep.
He cannot find them. He cannot find Akane, he cannot find Santa.
Nope.
He can find nobody. He ends up being a detective for a little bit with 7 and then he still can't find them.
Yeah.
He literally can't.
He does that for like a couple of years and then he's just like, it's not working.
Yep.
Though I wish they would mention some of the other characters. Like there's no mention of Santa, there's no mention of Snake. And I'm like,
no, there's a mention of Snake, but they didn't say his name or anything.
Nah, I think it was early on, wasn't it? I know they mentioned
it's
7.
in Clover's ending.
Yeah, they mentioned 7 a little bit.
Alice mentioned 7, yes.
They mentioned Ace at some point, but like,
yes,
Santa's definitely not mentioned though.
Santa's just gone.
Santa's fucking gone, but they can afford to do all this because Santa fucking plays the market with his sister.
Santa big brain, and then also Sigma's like, I'm going to generate an entire new form of science.
Yup.
And then everyone's like, oh, okay. Who I gotta ask to get a copy of that stupid gun Santa had? Who knows? there are like cool little Easter eggs and whatnot that are in the secret files, and also extra things that are explained in this game, but I don't want to get into that right now. We'll do that later.
We're so close. I gotta maybe break my record by like a minute, right?
God damn it. Fucking...
It's only 9 minutes, 10 minutes away. I don't remember what my last time was, though. What was it?
Neither do I.
I think we did this thing last time too. I remember Bosco being like, "So close, you might as well just stay up." But I was like, "Oh,
Yeah." I'm trying to...
I went to sleep 6 hours ago, so I missed everything you did. So we're gonna have a 999 recap episode where Midnight tries to explain the whole game. It's up to Midnight.
What? You want me to try to... I could explain 999 in a fairly short manner because that game is self-contained.
Yeah.
This shit is like...
This one branches a lot. 12 hours, 47 minutes, 50 seconds. So that one is trimmed. I trim the YouTube videos.
Correct.
The real question is how much time did I have at the beginning for the starting soon screen? We talked for a little bit beforehand, so it might have been at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm not staying up that late though, so this is gonna get trimmed too. Fuck that shit. Midnight, tell me about the reality that led Santa to purchasing cargo shorts at Hot Topic.
Not cargo shorts. They are in fact real ass pants, but I would understand where you get that idea. Santa also always had them. They just appeared in his fucking closet one day.
Santa's
like,
a cutie. He was. I was like, ooh, he cute. Back in the first one.
I in fact have. Yes. I have hair long enough that if I had hair bands, I could get my hair to be as fucking wild and slick back as his. And I'm not opposed to it. I just don't really have hair bands or anything to hold it back. Damn. Trying.
Why does Dio dress up like a ringmaster? These are the hard-hitting questions. Midnight Santa cosplay when? Great question. How many realities do we get to kill Dio? Asking for a friend. None. You come close to 2. This last one. And then one of the earlier ones, because Fioma smashes his helmet with a rock. When they're out in the vacuum of space.
And if you... I thought that was also the ending where we figured out that we might be on the moon. That's why I made the... If a dude killed another dude with a rock on the moon, is that fucked up or what? And then I had to backtrack it and be like, I mean, it was set up so perfectly.
Yeah, a bunch of people guessed that right. I know we saw a lot of people guessing stuff correctly, so we would try and pull them in a different direction.
Yeah. So, okay. Can we just hop into some random novel section? You pull up your notes real fast.
Yeah, sure. I'm guessing you want something?
The memo where you wrote down all the stuff.
I deleted something though.
You deleted one of the keys. Okay. The 4 bomb passwords are necessary for the final ending. All of them are English phrases encoded by shifting back 1 letter in the alphabet. LXAQNSGBQ encodes as my brother. Gee, I wonder who that's referring to. Being obviously reference to Brother the character, because this is a bomb. This is a bomb password from the Myrmidons.
Yeah.
This one is weird because BQZ RGJ DXR encodes to crash keys, which, if you say Kurashiki really fast, it sounds like that, kind of, for the most part. Then there's EQD, DYR, and TK, which is, I believe, no, not the one that you deleted. It's that one on the bottom right.
Yeah.
It includes to free Z soul, like free the soul, but it's a Z, which is also another reference to the in-universe fucking
Like this?
crazy lunatics. Free Z soul with little spaces, but yeah.
Oh.
No, as the word free, the letter Z, and then soul. But that's good. It's fine.
I didn't feel like writing a space. I know it's supposed to be free, and then Z, and then soul. That's fine.
There's just the extra E.
I just didn't put a space, and now it says freeze.
Freeze souls. Okay. Then bomb 3 has
Oh
two
wait, there's no
different
E
ones.
there?
No.
Oh.
E. Okay. So bomb 3 on the US and European version is LXQ, LHC, and MR, which translates to Myrmidons. LHC. NMR.
I. Go in?
DONS. Yes. And then on the Japanese version, it is, won't worry about writing this down, BKZ XCN KKR, which encodes to clay dolls, referring to golems, being, well, references to golems of Jewish mythology. Also,
I hate this space.
which is a homophone for cradle, kind of, in Japanese, which cradle pharmaceuticals, yada yada yada. Okay, we just hit 13. Christ, there is a lot of other secret files we could go into if we wanted to, but I know the bomb password's one of my favorite little like Easter eggs in here.
Bye-bye.
13 hours, bye-bye! Aggie, thanks for the elite bits. Dude, Cherry, you saved Christmas.
Yeah. And all of the secret files have like little tidbits about the game being made, or like little it tells you this whole like little encoding thing.
Hell yeah.
I want to go through those at some point because some of them are really fun, but if we pull up one really fast, if we go to the archives and we go to secret To the right. To the right. To the right. EU.
Oh, I was like, Grandpa Videos. Oh. Yeah. Stands for erotic units. EU is a system developed to measure a combination of physical and emotional and situational attractiveness. It ranges from 0 to 20, where 20 might be Marilyn Monroe and 0 might be Gilbert Gottfried. Aw, don't diss him like that. For the curious, Danny Trejo rates a 16 EU. Just being sexy does not guarantee a high EU rating. Not to be confused with the competing systems of hotness or sexability, the EU system weighs a number of factors such as practicality, sustainability, emotional investment, and the bias of the observer. Women with a high EU rating have usually mastered the art of the tease.
So this is what Tenmyoji specifically used to gauge that poster that was in the crew quarters when he was he mentioned about 14 or 15 EU. He was specifically judging it using this.
Amazing.
And this is one of the funniest clips from about 3 years ago, which is about the last time I played this, because this is what this caused people to laugh for about 20 minutes because someone guessed what EU stood for in the moment.
Amazing.
It was pretty great. 13 hours and 6 minutes long. That was the final episode of AI the Somnium Files with Midnight and Bosca.
Dang it, I have
3 minutes
minutes
to go. Okay, let's go back to the secret files. What sounds fun? What sounds fun to read about?
Grandpa's videos. A collection of films that Tenmyoji has gathered. Their content isn't really explicit per se, but they still aren't really appropriate for someone Quark's age. It should be noted that the term does not imply the videos contain grandpas or grandpa-like actors. Amazing.
Is there one towards the end that kind of describes the whole breakdown of the story real fast? About how it breaks every rule of like regular fiction writing. No.
A site mystery? Mystery of Phi? So who was Phi? There are a few clues scattered throughout the story, but nothing conclusive. Perhaps the truth will be revealed at the Nevada test site.
Huh. Nox's 10 Commandments, I think? I think so. That has to be it.
Ronald Knox,
yes.
a mystery writer from the UK, published the following as his rules for writing a mystery novel. 1. The criminal must be mentioned early on. 2. All supernatural or paternal agencies are ruled out. 3. No more than one secret room or passage. 4. No hitherto undiscovered poisons may be used, nor any appliance in which will need a long scientific explanation. Fuck you! You did so many long scientific explanations in this. 5. No one with extrasensory perception or similar powers can appear. 6. No accident must ever help the detective, nor must he ever have an uncountable intuition which proves to be right. 7. The detective must not commit the crime. 8. The detective must declare any clues that he may discover. 9. The stupid friend of the detective, the Watson, must conceal nothing from the reader. 10. Twin brothers and doubles generally must not appear unannounced.
We broke every rule.
Yep.
We broke every rule on this list. And it was incredible.
I technically mentioned the criminal early on.
Technically. But in a really roundabout way because of how the story actually plays out. It's never technically us.
Oh, wait.
Air quotes.
Wait, what's my second longest stream? My third longest stream.
Your second longest stream is now this one. If it has not already overtaken, you're first.
It will soon. I'm safely waiting for it. My third longest stream, once you're done with this, was Divinity Sinity Electric Boogaloo 13 with Super Daniel back in 2017. Yeah, this is Divinity Original Sin 2. Was 13 one of the last ones? 13 might have been the finale. But I do remember we consistently did like 10 to 12 hour streams on that one.
We have to tweet this at Bosco or something and be like, we broke the record. We went for longer. It was, mind brain.
We beat that time? We already did. I don't know what time the third longest stream was, but I'm sure it was like 10 or 12. Will you break the record again with the beer?
No, that game is much shorter.
Yeah. So I know
I mean,
it had
that
a
game
lot of
is-
endings, but I don't
It did.
really remember that one as vividly.
I do, but again, mine is a lot more recent.
I think I played it back in 2013, 2014. Doppelganger, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Edward Busco. Ho ho ho. Ho 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 ho.
Yeah.
It was the fundraiser back on February 26th. What, my what? My second?
Your fourth now, I
Fourth?
think. Posted the now
10.6 hours for the formal third.
the now non-current list in your stream chat. Yeah.
Aw. Now I need to look. Let me put the music back on.
Oh, dear God, I was not quite expecting all this tonight.
I wasn't either. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. I was expecting a long one. I wasn't expecting to break the fucking Somnium Files record. I thought that was gonna stay for a while, but I mean,
I did
guess
too.
If anyone's gonna break it, I guess it'll be the two of us.
I also am not surprised it was a game in the same vein by the same people. So. Oh, for the right, that was a long stream. I had planned that to be multiple things though. We did, I think, drawing games for like 2 or 3 hours. And then we did like 8 hours of Among Us. You know, just be that way sometimes. Yeah. Doom's up there. I love Doom.
2 of the Somnium Files streams are on that list. Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god, my stream for last week is already in the top 10. That was the Fallout 76 one. I don't even remember it being that long.
If I would have woken up like 2 hours earlier, you guys would have still been going. It was pretty long.
Yeah, I mean, I've been staying up really... Yeah, it's not good. I'm not proud of this, but fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all fine. You're having a great time? I'm glad you are. This is now your absolute longest stream by more than 3 minutes. Huzzah!
Woo. I really want to go to McDonald's and get my sausage muffin and pancakes.
Do it.
I'm going to die if I drive, Cheru.
Aw, the sun isn't that bright.
That's not the issue.
Oh, right, you're dying. Right,
I'm not dying. I'm just very tired.
Get it delivered. You can get it for free delivery, right?
No, that's not how that works.
Oh, well that sucks. Still get it delivered.
No, I don't want to spend money on McDonald's.
Yeah, well. Get 4 hash browns and delete them for me. Yo! I'm not doing any of that.
The hash browns are super good, but
I
like
love
the
the hash browns.
sausage muffins, no cheese, just sausage and muffin, actually god tier from McDonald's.
I don't think I'd ever eat that, actually. I hate sausage from, like, fast food places.
Understand?
It always skeeves me out a little bit. Sure,
That's
it's fine. I get the McGriddle. I fucking
Yes.
love the McGriddle. Oh,
Griddles
with
are
bacon?
So good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just eat garlic bread in bed.
I mean, if we're talking about any of that, the croissant witch from Burger King, I had, I think it was the end of 2019 on my way to Omaha at like 6 in the morning, driving several hours to do a thing. I had to go to bumfuck nowhere, Nebraska. It was fun. I had that, and the actual croissant was like the best part of the sandwich. I wanted to take like the croissant from that, and then like the sausage from McDonald's, and I would have my perfect breakfast sandwich. They also had French toast sticks. That shit was actually pretty okay. But this was... You cannot go to Olive Garden and not eat the breadsticks. I'm not gonna lie, even though I know exactly how to make their breadsticks, the breadsticks are still pretty okay.
Dude, endless salad and breadsticks. That's where it's at Olive Garden. I don't even go for the fucking pasta.
the chicken Alfredo, for like, I could personally probably, if I actually sat down and had my kitchen set up, I could make better chicken Alfredo. But it's pretty damn good if you just want to get food, don't want to do anything.
I haven't had Olive Garden since 2015. Oh my god. I was visiting Scott, and it's all you wanted to fucking eat every day for a week while I was there. Oh, I was not a fan. I was like, I like Olive Garden here and there. I mean, you know, it's whatever.
Every now and again.
I know some people are all like up in arms. They're like, but it's not real Italian food. And I go, yeah, it's fucking fantasy fast food where you pretend you're fancy for a day when it's mediocre. You know, it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's better than what I cook for myself at home, which is I'll just go fry an egg, you know, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, fancy fast food. It's the fanciest fast food around. I don't even know if it's fast. The fanciest mediocre speed food.
Fastest medium speed food. You get it when you get it.
It's more Italian than the stuff that I make. Yeah, same. And I'm Italian, you know. Whatever.
It's not fast by any measure, no. And McDonald's breakfast burrito, each stuffed with half a hash brown, added ketchup and picante sauce. For those of you that do not know, someone has to hand wrap all of those burritos. They do not come pre-made. I wish to kill myself. I have to roll like 200 burritos a day whenever I work.
I think my only complaint with at least my local McDonald's is they don't ever give me any fucking ketchup packets when I go through the drive-thru, and I don't eat. I don't want my fries plain. You know, I go to Shake Shack and I never have to ask. They just throw like a handful of packets in the bag. That's all I want. That's all I want, McDonald's. That's all I want. I'm so sick of asking. It's gotten to the point where I have tried asking in advance while ordering my food. And they still don't give it to me.
I'm sorry. If I could control the fast food around you, I would, because it's not a normal thing to have happen.
It's normal here. It's been like that for years now, and it irritates me every fucking time. I mean, I know it's just ketchup. The worst things in the world, but God, I just want my ketchup packets, man. I'm so sick of asking every fucking goddamn time. Oh, did you guys switch over to, are you still using paper cups or did they switch to plastic?
Oh God. You're asking me an actual question.
Yeah, I am.
At fucking 8:30 in the morning.
They give you no cups? What?
I'm pretty sure we've swapped over to the plastic ones.
Why?
I don't know.
I hate it. Makes me feel awful every time I get McDonald's now.
Oh, just the clear plastic cup versus the
paper? Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper with wax? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me feel miserable. I fucking hate it.
Yep.
Fucking. Yeah, they changed out their cups. They don't do paper anymore. I just figured they ran out, but it's been like 2 weeks now.
Nope. It's how it is.
Drink cups, not for condiments. It's cheaper for them and kills the planet quicker. That's why. Yeah, I know. I hate it. What happened to the no straw shit?
Ugh.
Alright. You think it's time? I think we hit the safety threshold.
I'm pretty sure we've gone over by about 50.
I had to be sure. You can't again.
I know.
Knowing my luck, I'm
like...
not going to sleep anyway, so.
I'm going to become a rock.
I'm so proud of you. Become a rock.
But I had a wonderful time doing this today.
You guys.
I didn't expect to break the record today, but I was expecting it to be a different game at some point, but you know.
But we're free. We're free now.
Yeah, we're freed from the shackles of the morphogenetic field and the fourth dimension and Akane's bullshit.
Yeah.
We are free.
Go to fuck to sleep? I don't think I'm allowed to, though. This is not my domain or power. Because I would if I could.
I think I'm literally about to text my mother. Wake me up when you get home and please bring food.
Do it.
I think that's literally what I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna wake up at fucking 4
Just
in
be
the
like,
afternoon.
play it up. Be like, oh, I ache. I don't feel super great for my shot. So you get a day.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, like, you know, you milk it.
I know. I'll do that when I'm actually awake and I want dinner, and then I'll have her like get me something else. This will just be free food.
Amazing. I'm getting free food tonight because my dad's like, come over for dinner. I haven't seen you in a bajillion weeks.
Fair enough.
So I have to go over there. Yeah, it'll be fine.
If it looks good, send foods.
Oh,
Or send
food
pictures.
pics?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he cooks really good shit. Like, real good.
Send foods. God damn it, brain.
I have lost control. Well,
only slightly.
I said this isn't my control. I guess that technically sounds like I've lost control. Let's just say someone else is dictating this, my sleep schedule right now. Then, does that make it sound better? It's out of my control.
I have removed myself from the situation.
Once it became 6 a.m., I had forfeit my time. It was gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't? Why not? Tell them to stop? I can't.
I don't think they would either understand or care.
Yes, you can. No, I cannot. For context, it's my mom. And I'd rather not die.
I thought it was the birds.
No.
Oops. It was either mom or birds, and I was just like, maybe the birds need to get taken care of until mom gets home or something.
Probably. She was trying to get my attention with, because Dusty, when you wake him up in the morning, he says hello. Oh, he doesn't say hello. He says hi, hi, hi. And he also says peekaboo. So we'll go peekaboo. And it's super fucking cute. My mom wanted to show me, I guess, but it was like, I can't. Gotta finish game.
Must finish game.
Oops. You're a prisoner of your own sleep habits and your mom. I knew the commitment I had set myself up for tonight or today.
I am a prisoner of Cheru.
Only on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays.
And
I mean,
not before. We pushed it back an hour, so 8 p.m. Eastern.
Correct.
7 o'clock his time. I don't care what you do before that, but once that hour rolls over, I got you.
Correct. And I am stuck here forever.
Yeah, until I end the stream, he can't leave.
It's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes something like this happens and it's been 13 hours and I start losing my mind a little bit.
I have not. I shouldn't be content, but I'm perfectly content.
What, keeping me shackled here?
Welcome, cadet. To the
Holy,
cavalry.
holy, holy, holy. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for gifting 10 tier 1 subs to community. To Kurt, Transim, Killer Queen, 0007, Zarks X, Rikata,
Welcome, cadet. To the
Zai
cavalry.
Gundmund, Kamiadi, Thai SoCal, The Slothish Gamer, Commander Uret.
Welcome, cadet. To the
Oh, there's an H at
cavalry.
the end there. Oopsies. And Torb Fowl.
Glad to finally understand this game. Thanks, guys. If I can convince Cheru,
Welcome, cadet.
maybe
to the
we can go
cavalry.
through the other secret files next Tuesday before we do something else. Just
Yeah.
'cause there's a lot more stuff in here that's like actually really cool about how they either made the game or like explanations for stuff, and it wouldn't take that long.
Yeah.
Welcome, cadet. To
We
the
mean it
cavalry.
this time because we can stop at any time we want with those.
Yeah, you're like, no, that actually won't take
You won't
long.
get kidnapped by the game and held hostage against your will for 13 and a half hours. You know, it just happens
Welcome,
sometimes.
cadet. To the
It just
cavalry.
happens, you know.
Just
It's
happens.
happened twice. It's happened twice in 4 months. It's whatever.
Speaking of streams though, Half-Life 2 stream was supposed to be tonight, Wednesday
Welcome,
night,
cadet.
to make
To
up
the
for
cavalry.
Monday. Oh my god. Arkoff.
Oh god.
Let's just say that's up in the air for now. We'll see how tired I am. Please spare me.
Welcome, cadet.
If we don't do
To
it
the
tonight,
cavalry.
we'll do it Monday, and it's Ravenholm, so I know a lot of people like watching D&D on Wednesdays, so there might be some conflict of interest anyway, so I might just postpone it till Monday.
Welcome, cadet.
I just wanted to
the
get
cavalry.
my last streams in for the end of the month. I gotta make that, I got that quota, you know? Gotta fill it. My beautiful
Yeah,
quota.
oh dear lord, children.
Oh my god! God, hold on, I didn't even read the last ones!
To the cavalry.
Arkoff, thanks for gifting 10 wait. Arkoff, what the fuck? Hold on. No,
Wait, no.
Arkoff,
Yeah, no, that's
thanks for
tier
gifting
2.
10 tier 2
Welcome, cadet.
subs
To the cavalry.
to the community. Dude, what the shit? Tier 2 is always like, what? Thanks for gifting one to Darth Andrea,
Welcome, cadet.
the real
To
Mubs,
cavalry.
Roto Rio, Big Red Behemoth. Oh, he'll be very excited. He was very nice when he showed up for my Fallout stream the other day. Little Bugaboo, Crazy 8 Stewart, Siphon 1122, Ophelia
Welcome,
Rose,
cadet. To the cavalry.
Koro Plays Games, and Pyro Slammer. That's a nice name. The last one. And then Aggie, thanks for gifting 10 tier 1 subs to the community as well. Dude, are you beating
Welcome,
out,
cadet. To the cavalry.
you must be up there. Are you ahead of script yet?
I don't think he is the last time I saw Script's number in here.
I gotta check.
Welcome,
Script
cadet,
hasn't
to
been
the
around for a
cavalry.
bit, so
Yeah, I mean, Aggie's catching up, but
Aggie could easily dethrone him. But thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Russet Man, Mostly Empty Wallet. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mostly Empty Wallet. I can relate. Harbinger,
cadet,
Boland,
to the cavalry.
Cyborg Waffle 92, Examia Sty, Sun Shay, Roger VO, Wedward 45, Angel Wood Style, and Cup of Squid. What is going on? Chaos.
Oh, baby,
chaos
it's
and
triple.
fear
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of tiredness.
Oh, yes. Oh,
It has all just hit me in these last like 20 minutes, and I'm like,
Laura Kitty, thanks for following as well.
hell yeah.
Oh, well then you can go to bed. I might keep going.
What?
I'm awake now.
Welcome, cadet,
Oh
to the
god, what
cavalry.
would you even do?
I don't know. I'm kidding. I should go to bed. I should, I don't know. I don't know what I should do.
Should at least try and take a nap or something.
This is how
Welcome, cadet,
insomnia
to the
starts?
cavalry.
Yeah. You're right.
Think like even just a little nap or something.
Yeah, streaming since 13 hours? We're halfway to
Welcome,
14.
cadet,
We're
to the
almost there.
cavalry.
No, Cheru.
Come on. You're done now? No, Stringfellow. We've gone too far. We can't turn back now.
We totally can. There's a big red button that says stop.
It's not worth it. It's not that big. It's kind of smallish. Look, they want it. The people want it.
I can't stay up for 24 hours, man.
Oh, I wouldn't do a 24-hour stream. I'm not that
No,
crazy.
not stream. I'd be going on almost 24 hours if
Welcome, cadet,
Oh.
to the
we started
cavalry.
approaching any of this.
I woke up at 7:30 yesterday in the morning.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Welcome, cadet.
I don't remember.
to the
Did I take a nap?
I
I think so.
thought you said you took a nap at some point, like before
I think
stream.
I tried to. I got off, and it was like 4:20, 4:30 ish, 4:40. It was around there. I think it was a 4:40 because I only got like 20 minutes because my mom came home and opened my door right away and was like, "Let's go to the dollar store."
To the cavalry.
And I was like, I can't say no. I have no choice in this matter. I have to go.
I
All right.
want banana bread.
Welcome, cadet.
That's
to the
specific.
cavalry.
Why not banana?
Because banana bread is better. Banana good, but banana bread specifically.
Welcome, cadet.
I
to
do
the
not know
cavalry.
why, but I am craving banana bread aggressively.
Okay, I believe it. I can, yeah. Reasonable. Very reasonable.
Welcome, cadet. To the
Glad we're at an
cavalry.
understanding.
Oop, did I just unmute my stream? No, mute it. Pause.
Welcome, cadet. To the cavalry.
Do, 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 do.
My fucking bones.
The notifications never stop. I'm waiting for them to finish. We're almost done.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is fun.
I mean, I'll say at the end of every fucking Tuesday stream, I enjoy hanging out with you a whole hell of a lot. It's how I can manage to do stuff like this. Where normally I would have tapped out a long time ago.
I mean, same. Dude, I did like a solo stream last week on Monday or whatever, and I lasted like 3 hours. And that's like quote unquote a normal stream time length. It's like 2 or 3 hours for most streamers. And that's what I used to stream at way back in the day. And I remember chat was just like, "You're done already?" And I was just like, "What do you want from me?" Not every stream can be like 10 hours.
It would kill me, literally, if that was the case.
If I
Please
did
do
this
not.
every stream, if I did it solo every stream, it would be very exhausting. But it's not as bad when you can do banter with someone else. I enjoy it.
Hell no.
Yeah.
And I very much enjoy hanging out with Cheru because she is funny and she is fun to be around.
I try my best to put my good humor hat on. But I enjoy hanging out with you all the time too, Midnight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have my longest stream ever at 13 hours, 13 minutes with someone that I didn't think of as a really good friend, so.
Yeah.
Hey. Alright, I'm gonna shove you guys off. Yeah, you heard me. Let's do this. I have someone to raid, shockingly somehow.